The righteous path is always the hardest path. Because God will have you doing things that don't make sense. And that scares the hell out of you. When you keep hearing that voice telling you to do something and you try to ignore it, you try to rationalize past it, you try to run from it, you are scared and you just simply don't want to do it because it scares the hell out of you, but you just keep hearing that voice. Once you listen to that voice, don't think it's going to just be peaches and cream, like, okay, I was obedient and now I got my blessings. No, God is going to take you through a period of being in the wilderness. Don't you know, before I moved to Atlanta, I was driving back from Atlanta to my hometown and I was about to run out of gas. I was on the freeway, like, oh my God, I'm on E, I need some gas. Please let there be an exit coming up because I cannot run out of gas in the middle of the night. And the next exit that I was able to get gas at, guess what the street was called? Wilderness Road. And it's safe to say, I've been in the wilderness season probably for like a year and 6 months. And I'm going to be real, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know where my life is headed. I don't know where God is taking me. I'm just listening to God's instructions, even though I'm like, what, Lord? Like, why? That doesn't make sense. Why do you want me to do that? And I'll double, triple, quadruple check and pray and just be like, Lord, are you sure this is you talking to me? Like, am I going crazy? Is this the enemy talking to me? Like, can you give me a sign? Can you give me a dream? Can you give me something? And he'll give me confirmation after confirmation. And I'll be like, okay, I don't know where you're taking me. I don't know where this is headed. This doesn't make sense, but I'm going to just do what you tell me to do. One day this statement just randomly popped up in my head out of nowhere. I was just driving and I just heard something in my head, follow the breadcrumb trail. And I was like, I've heard that before, but what exactly does that mean? So I Googled it. And once I started reading about it, I'm like, oh my God, this is what I've been doing this whole time. And I didn't even realize it. Like, I've literally been following God's breadcrumb trail for me. And I'm going to be real, it's scary because I'm like, Lord, it's all these different twists and turns. And I'm going to be real with y'all. Since the new year started, I have been tested so much. My faith has been tested like never before. My patience, I've just been tested left and right. And I know it's because God has greater plans for me that I just can't see yet. I know y'all probably get tired of me saying this, but to whom much is given, much is required. And there is a series of tests God has to put you through. It's kind of like training in order to prepare you for the things that you pray for. You don't even understand the magnitude of some of the things that you pray for. And God wants you to be able to handle that. God wants you to not take it for granted. He wants you to be able to nurture it. And here's the thing, a lot of times what you're perceiving as a curse is actually a blessing in disguise. It's actually a divine detour, and God is actually setting you up for more than what you asked for. Ephesians 3:20. God never does things how we think he's going to do them. Sometimes he will give us foresight, but he ain't going to give us the full picture. A lot of times, see, God is the creator. So he's creative. Nobody is more creative than God. He always does it in a different way than we expected. And a lot of times in a better way. And a lot of times he does it in a way to where we can't do nothing but laugh like, wow, God, you are funny. So this is what you was working on the whole time and I was panicking for no reason. If you know you're doing what God has called you to do, don't get discouraged when it seems like everything is working against you. Because behind the scenes, everything is actually working out for you. God is just very mysterious. And that's what makes God just so amazing, because of the fact that he's so mysterious. He's so creative. He's so unpredictable. Think about Tabitha Brown. She said she always wanted to be an actress. And she took the logical steps to be an actress, but she didn't really get that far. And one day her body started breaking down. She felt like she was going to die. And when she went vegan, that's when she started feeling healthier, and all her issues that she was having started to go away. And she said she heard a voice, God, she heard a voice say, start making videos about what you're eating. And if you do this, you're going to get thousands of people watching. This is what the voice said to her. And she was like, God, that's not going to happen because I don't even have thousands of followers. So that doesn't make sense. But even though it sounded crazy to her, she was obedient and she just went ahead and started making videos every day about what she was eating. And she said when she first started doing these videos, only 30 people was watching. It was only like 30 something people. And she said she got to a point where she was like, God, I don't know why you got me doing this. This doesn't make sense, but I'm going to keep doing it because I feel good doing it. And she just kept being obedient. And at the time, she was also driving Uber. And she kept telling her husband, I'm going to get discovered in my car. I'm going to pick up a director when I'm Uber and I'm going to get discovered in my car. And guess what ended up happening? She ended up going viral, sitting in her car, eating a sandwich while she was taking a break from Uber. Isn't God funny? Like, he'll give you the foresight, but he won't give you the full picture. Technically, she did get discovered in her car. Fast forward to now, she's a household name. And she says all the time, God did exceedingly abundantly more than she could ever think or ask. Her mind was just set on, I want to be an actress. But like I said, she's a household name. Like everybody, a lot of, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of people love her. And on top of that, she is still acting too. Like she is an actress too. Like, and that's what happens when you're obedient to God, even when shit don't make sense and you feel crazy. Your blessings are tied to your obedience. And when I say obedience, I don't mean, oh, I'm going to just follow every rule in the Bible and be perfect. No, listening to that inner voice, that still small voice that just won't go away, that's telling you to do specific things. You have to be obedient to that because the things that you've been praying and wishing and hoping for, the desires of your heart, that is connected to your obedience. And you don't have to be perfect, but you do have to trust God. And keep in mind, this is coming from someone who's been going through a lot of spiritual warfare. Like, I've been going through it, but God will always give me these little winks just to give me confirmation that I'm on the right path. And honestly, that's what keeps me going. Even though sometimes I'll be feeling crazy, but at the same time, when I try to entertain going any other way, when I try to entertain, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have did this, maybe I should have, like, when I try to entertain taking any other way, it just doesn't feel right, even though I can't see where God is taking me. So I'm gonna just keep trusting and just keep following the breadcrumbs. But I ain't gonna lie, lately I've been feeling like that Kirk Franklin song, the I've come through the fire and I've been through the flood. I've been broken into pieces. And especially the part where they say, but through it all, I remember that he loves me and he cares. And he'll never put more on me than I can bear. Even though sometimes I'm like, Lord, you are putting more on me than I can bear. But I guess not. I guess I'm stronger than I realize. I pray this message blessed you in some way. If it did, make sure you like it, make sure you subscribe. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.